Hey, welcome to Branching Out. I'm gonna try out a new tool here. This is to help get rid of the bulrushes in your pond. Now, I have, it's kind of spread from my small pond to my big pond, and originally I had actually put the bulrushes in that pond, and then they kind of spread over to here. What I want to do is definitely get rid of the bulrushes that are in the big pond for sure, and most of them in the small pond. So what we're going to try first is we're going to try a little trial run on the lighter thickness of bulrushes, and then we're going to go to the small pond and I'll show you how it's just overwhelmed. Now I got this little tool here. It's kind of like a boomerang little thing, and it's pretty vicious. It's got some nice sharp teeth here. I want to show you some of them. Like, those are fairly sharp teeth. So you just throw it, drag it on the bottom, and it should pull up. So let's give it a try. Definitely not as easy as it looks. I guess there's definitely a learning curve. You want to get it out there, but you want it to kind of lay flat when you come through, but the string catches on some of the grass. So I got a few, and it's going to take probably, I'm going to have to get used to this and give it a try a little bit more. Well, we're gonna find out how we do this. Try to get in there and get some of these bulrushes out of there. Now, again, I'm only pulling off a little bit at a time. So we're gonna keep working on it and see if I can't perfect my tossing or my pulling, or however you make this thing work. So we're gonna get in there and definitely get in there. There we go. Come on now. So we'll pull them out a little bit at a time. But yeah, looks like I'm going to be doing this for a little while. So I'm going to do a little bit of this, and then I'm going to show you the little pond. All right, so they gave you this little carabiner, and as you can see, I just stretched the crap out of it, and now my blade is in the pond somewhere. So I definitely got to find that. I got to pull that out and get a new type of an attachment. This is unacceptable as far as I'm concerned. This is an Amazon job, and I'm not happy with this little tiny thing that does nothing. So we're gonna have to fix this, and we'll be back. All right, so I went back to the shop there, and I found one of these master chain links. Now, if that thing breaks, we're gonna have some problems. Now, the only thing I'm worried about now is snapping this nylon cord. So we're gonna tie this off. We're gonna get back to it.
All right, it takes a little bit of a knack and some time. Definitely time, because you don't get them every single time. It's not like it just wraps around, you can pull it out. So yeah, I'll probably have to grab a rake or something, and you know, when this gets a little closer to the shore, I'll scoop the rest of it out. That is the best I could do for now. This is the big pond, so this is my mess over here. I'll just leave it on the grass, and then I'll come over it with the lawnmower, mulch it in. So now I'm gonna work on the small pond, the big mess. So yeah, so this is the before for sure, and yeah, it works pretty good now that I got that chain link on there. I just got to keep an eye on the cord, make sure the cord isn't going to break. But it's so thick in here, I have an idea that once I get it hooked under some of those roots, I won't be able to get it out, because I tried pulling some of these out and I couldn't do it. So let's get started and I'll show you what happens. All right, the best I was able to do is thin out my pond. I've got some nice irises here, and I got a plant. I don't know if you can see that those little leaves right in there. That's a different type of plant. I don't know what that is. I didn't put it there, but anyways, it was pulling on my hands. That little cord was kind of rough on my hands. So all in all, I give it a thumbs down. I don't think it's good for like pulling out one or two or something like that, if you whatever, but when you have a lot of this stuff, it just takes absolutely forever to pull out, and it doesn't grab hard enough to really want to pull it out. So I'm going to switch to plan B. I'm going to see about getting some hip waders and get in there with a machete and just kind of chop it down. So stay tuned.
So, in conclusion, this tool is a thumbs down. So for me, it was like, it's okay if you have like one or two bulrushes, but to be honest with you, I tried this. It took a really long time. The cord is too thin. The carabiner that they gave me like broke almost immediately. Yeah, although the blades are, you know, they're top notch, stainless steel. They're sharp as heck. This would probably be better for like a lake that has like weeds in it. Some type of, you know, those thinner weeds, easier pull. Like you can practically pull them out, no problem. But I was like in there, so what I did is I kind of gave up on this thing after a little bit, and I jumped in there with both feet, literally. So that's what I did. I just got in there and I started pulling them one by one. And if I had to cut a couple here and there, some of the reeds that are in there are like really small, but they're really strong, and the leaves are sharp. So they've cut me a couple of times. So what I was also doing is I sharpened up my hoe, and I just got as many of them as low as I could and made a big mess while I was out there. So I was like, you know, just bite the bullet and get this done. So a lot of the reeds are still left, as you saw in the last picture, but all the bulrushes are gone pretty much. So I'm going to be definitely looking into next year to some other product that I can use to remove all the bulrushes or to keep that in control. It's a little harder in the smaller pond because there's a lot more muck in there, for one, and two, there's other plants that I don't want to wreck, like my iris and my lilies. So that's about it for this week. So I hope you liked my video. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up, subscribe, and tell all your friends. See you next week. Stay safe.